Annyeong, it's Mikey here, and guys, thank you again so much. I just have to say it every single video because it's super great to see that like people are supporting, subscribing, watching my videos, liking them. It's just I'm incredibly grateful that I get all the support to build this channel. Now, I really want to thank Apos Audio. So it's Apos Audio, a site that actually does audio products, but they also sell keyboards. And they have some interesting boards that you can't really find other places. Now this one, I was actually really interested in to try. I also have other ones that I'm going to try with them. But, let's take a look at this one, which this is the WhiteFox Eclipse. Sorry, WhiteFox Eclipse from Alpaca Keyboards. Now, it's supposed to be an interesting board that is built for like keyboardists, like enthusiasts, allowing you to do like low profile build or like high profile. It's an interesting board, and I'm actually really interested to see how it sounds and how it feels. So let's get straight into the unboxing, and please make sure to like and subscribe, because it really helps.
Happy New Year's, guys. It is already 2025, and I can't thank you guys enough for helping with this channel. And of course, we're going to start off the new year with unboxing of the WhiteFox Eclipse. Now this board is quite interesting. It's a really clean board. It is a plastic board though, and I mean it feels okay. It doesn't feel like a horrible quality plastic, and it comes in this really nice box. Now the cable itself is not the most amazing cable. They do give you these tools though, which is interesting. It's a tool to open up sort of plastic boards. It also gives you this magnetic angle thing that you can actually put on the back of your board. Really cool. They also give you extra keycaps, so things that you can do different accents for your board to make it look a little bit nicer, because this is just a pure white board. And gotta admit, I do like this blue. I think this is a really nice blue that would give a nice accent to this board. So we're just gonna quickly remove one of this keycaps, put it on to take a look to see how does it look like. And gotta admit, I think it really does add a nice feel and a little bit of a nice extra look to this board. Now, of course, we're going to weigh it before we go right into the sound test. And this is about 726 grams. So let's take apart this board and take a look inside. What is in the board, of course. Now, this board is quite interesting. It's actually, you don't need a tool to open it up, because all you have to do is take off the top portion. It is actually magnetically mounted onto the full case. So this is a very interesting board. Like, I haven't seen something like this before. This is the first time I'm actually getting my hands on a board like this. So you do get a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which is going to be connected straight to the PCB, and of course it goes right into the case. And there's this foam on the bottom. It's a really interesting foam, so I don't really want to cover anything up like this. So the foam is quite interesting because it has all these magnets, holes for the magnets, and the whole case inside has different magnets to put the actual PCB in to the case, as well as the angles to be put on the back of the case. Now, as you can see, the case itself, so the top part of the case is actually the PCB plate. So I thought that was really interesting. Incredibly cool how they did this. And as you can see here, I'm just going to do a quick tape mod. So because this board is already has like a nice foam inside, there's no foam on the back of the PCB, I'm just going to do 2 layers. So 2 layers of tape just to see, does it make it sound any better? Does it change anything? And we'll see how it sounds after. So one thing really nice about modding this board is it's super easy to actually put it all back together and mod it, right? Like I just have to put it on top, make sure that the USB port lines up with the USB-C hole, and boom, magnetically it attaches on perfectly. I do think this spacebar needs a little bit of extra foam inside because it does have this little bit of hollowy, like a ticky sound. I did put extra lube in the stabilizers as well because I felt like the stabilizers were slightly ticking. It's not horrible stabilizers, but it's not bad. And I think this board is actually really cool so far. Like it's been really nice. You see how the blue really gives it a nice accent. I really did like that. But yeah, see, just a little bit of lube helps with stabilizers instead of having to just replace them completely sometimes. So one thing I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a look at was also this desk pad. Now, Apos Audio also sent me this really cool desk pad. It's supposed to be a Bob Ross design, like art piece desk pad. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a look of what this looks like. And of course, even do a sound test on top of this desk pad to give you guys a little bit of a look of, does it sound different with this one? Is it thick? So this desk pad is a little bit small, I feel. Like it's not on the big side. It does cover up a desk for sure. It's just compared to what I normally use, it definitely feels a bit smaller. So this is what I normally used for my desk pad, and comparatively, it's pretty much the same thickness. So it is, I believe, supposed to be about 3 millimeters of thickness. So it's not too bad. And I mean, in terms of the desk pad itself, it's not bad. I mean, the thickness is good. The build, like in terms of the stitching, pretty good as well. In terms of the graphic, though, I gotta admit, it does feel a little bit pixelated. I mean, it is supposed to be an art piece, so I mean, it is painted on, but it just feels like, it just feels a little pixelated in my eyes. That's why I feel like it's hard to really say, like, oh, is this a really nice desk pad or not, just because in terms of the actual coloring and the design of it, and I mean, I do understand though it is supposed to be a piece of art, but yeah, that's my thought, is just a bit hard to say. Now I want to show you guys the software portion. So it is actually VIA. It's through VIA that you can make all the customizations for this board. I do like it, honestly. I personally think that instead of having a very basic, non-well done software, it's better to just have a VIA compatibility instead. Like have VIA working well. One thing nice about it was that like as soon as I plugged it in, VIA already knew. I didn't actually have to go in further or like go download a JSON file to make this happen. Boom, simple. it just plugs in and plays and it's perfect. So that's something that's incredibly nice to have. I think if you're going to do a VIA support, that's probably the best thing to have as well. That's just easy able to see, boom, right away, you have it working. And VIA, it is a good software. Now, I do want to show you guys quickly, of course, keyboard inspector. What are you looking at? It's about 1,000 hertz in terms of polling rate. So I did try playing games with it, and it did feel good, right? Like it is a board that can be used for gaming. And as I said, like one thing about this board is it's really nice to type on. So I want to give you guys a little bit of just a type test to show you guys like what I was doing and the speeds that I was getting for typing. It definitely felt really good. Like it felt one of the best typing experiences that I've had in a board. In terms of comfortability, in terms of the feel, it just felt great to type on, and I felt like I was typing a lot faster on this board than I would on, say, some other boards I have to get used to. Like some boards take time, some boards I just can't type well, and I make a lot of typos as well. So going straight into the review of this board, right? This keyboard comes with stock Gateron Milk Yellow Pro switches, which are one of the creamier switches that I do like. I think these switches are really good. They say that it's better if you film it as well as hand lubing it. I didn't actually have any switch films available. I did have some before, but I don't know where they went actually. Now, this board is quite interesting. It's supposed to be a low profile layout, and yeah, I gotta admit, like it is really cool. Now, this board, as you can see that, right? Like the whole plate is the top case as well as the plate of the keyboard, and it's really interesting how they've done this. So the PCB actually has magnets on it. Now I thought magnets on the PCB might not be good for a keyboard, but no, it works really well. They did a great job in designing this board so that it actually is able to perfectly get on the case, and it sounds really good with the Gateron Milky Pros. And in the future, I'm going to also, of course, do some shorts with this board with different switches to see how they sound. Now, I do love these magnetic angles. Like, it's so great that it's just magnetically attached, and it's actually quite strong. Doesn't fall off easily. Now, because this is a low-profile layout, I thought it'd be really interesting to actually see with low-profile switches and like keycaps, how would it be like. So I do have, of course, my chill key low profile, and my favorite low profile right now, though it's the only one I do own, except of course the Newfie Hall Effect board that I have. But I just wanted to put it on here, to put it on to see, like, does it make a difference? What does it look like? So I grabbed the switches from my chill key and the keycaps, and as you can see, it's actually really, really perfect for it, right? Like, the low profile actually works on this board. And if you really wanted to, you could most likely change this whole layout to a low profile. Though it's not going to be a perfect low profile, right? Because this board is a little bit thicker than a low profile board would be, right? But in general, I think it's really cool. Like, I could most likely use a low profile keycap set and change out the switches, and it would work just as fine. It'd be a little bit thinner for those that are looking for, say, some thinner boards, right? Like you don't like low profile, you like your boards to have a little bit of thickness because of the angle, and you want the ergonomics, and then you want, of course, like a little bit more play for your board. Something like this could work really well, right? Like you want something thin, so you just change out this whole board to low profile switches and a keycap set, and then you're gonna get a much thinner board to easily carry around. For one thing, it's not heavy because it's a plastic board, and you're going to be able to type on it really well because it does feel great to type on. So it is an interesting board, I gotta admit. Like, I do love the design of this board. It has been really great using it. I've been using this a lot for work specifically, and it has been really great. I've actually been playing a lot of games on it too because it just felt very comfortable. That's the key thing I think of this board is it just feels super comfortable, right? Like, in terms of just the feel, my arms, typing fingers, everything, this board just feels incredibly comfortable. Now, there is one flaw of this board. It only has Bluetooth. So if you were looking for a board that had, a good polling rate with, say, the USB dongle, this one doesn't give you any USB dongles. They only give you Bluetooth or wired. So that's something to keep in mind if you would like playing video games and using a keyboard that is wireless. This probably wouldn't be your best choice, right? Because with Bluetooth, you're going to get a lot lower polling rate. But I do think this board is really nice, and if you're looking for something that's easy to carry, works well, super thin, and comfortable, you should take a look at this.
What were your guys' thoughts from the teardown and review and checking out this keyboard? I'm gonna be honest, and the reason why I said it during my review too is like this is probably my favorite keyboard at 65% right now. In terms of, what I mean by favorite is favorite to type on. It feels amazing to type on this thing, and as I showed you guys in my video, I was able to type at much faster speeds on this keyboard than any of the other boards I've had so far. Like, it just feels great to type on. It's really cool. Actually, I really like how the way that it's structured is actually really, really nice. If you have a wrist rest for this board, it works incredibly well. I'm really excited to try this out in a low profile stance. And I really want to actually try out the low aluminum version, because this is the plastic version, right? So, I'm saying this is really great to type on. It sounds amazing, right? Because it comes with one of the creamiest switches. I'm going to be honest with you. Honestly, because of the switch, it just sounds really great out of the box. But I would be interested in trying the aluminum version of this. And of course, if I do get a chance to, I will do sound comparisons with this one and the aluminum version, because this just feels amazing to type on. And I love aluminum heavier keyboards in general. So yeah, go take a look. I'll put the link to their website, Apos Audio, and you're going to be able to check out this keyboard yourself. If you're looking for something that you really want to type a lot on, and you're a constant typer, this is definitely something to take a look at. It's super clean of a design. I like these blue accents too. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm giving you guys so many positives of this board. It's just because I really enjoyed typing on it. I actually rate this quite highly, just because of the comfortability of typing, easy of use. Only thing again is it is a bit pricey though. It's not a cheap board, so that's something to keep in mind too. I mean, I'm a very budget person. I don't like spending a ton of money, especially if it's if I'm spending $100 on a keyboard, I would hope that it's aluminum more than plastic. But yeah, I mean, other than the price, I think definitely take a look. Oh, also, actually, no USB dongle, so Bluetooth only, which I don't mind. I'm a person that likes to connect Bluetooth-wise to most computers, because I'm already using up too many USB dongle spots. So take a look at this. The links will be below, and please go check out the other videos I got, and I'll have to catch you guys next time.